Welcome, folks. This is Keshav with Bhanu. We are starting on the broadcast for the game between Knights and Samuraiz, a quarter-final in 2023 as well. These guys played quarter-final in 2022 as well, not in the same ground, but surely they'll have that in mind. Having said that, Knights have won the toss even today, and they have decided to bat first. This is the last of the quarterfinals, by the way. The three teams which have already qualified to the semi-finals are Rowdies, Titans, and Mavericks. Whoever wins today is gonna face Rowdies because Rowdies stand first, and Mavericks are playing Titans. That is decided. So Knights basically have won the toss, and they've decided to bat first. We are having a timely start, which is such a good thing to see. The two openers walking in for Knights are Vinay and Jeet. I think Jeet's gonna take a strike. Take his strike. They are going ahead with basically the same team as Knights. Knights have had a pretty good tournament so far. The last game specifically against Udan, basically, which was the last group game for their group. They won it pretty nicely. They were 6 down for 26. Came back nice, scored a target of 125 and were successful in defending that. So that kind of a game gives you a lot of confidence because they were down and out in the first 8 overs of that game, and some people showed really good character to get them back into the game and basically ending up winning that game against a team like Udan. So they would be high on confidence. Samuraiz, on the other hand, have had a pretty nice run themselves. They have had just one loss against Rowdies in the league stage. Apart from that, they have been winning by really good margins against all the other teams. So they would be pumped up as well. Aki will start the proceedings for them as usual. I have Bhanu with me. Hi Bhanu.
Hi Keshav, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for holding the umbrella up for me. But what do you make of this game? Who are the favorites according to you?
We can't say who is the favorites, but going on the current form, Knights looks unbeatable, and so does Samuraiz after the pre-quarters match against Hustlers. I beg your pardon, it was against Rebels.
Against Rebels, yes.
It is an interesting matchup that both the teams have done. Samuraiz has consistently bowled. This is the fourth match they are playing here in this ground, and 3 matches they have bowled, whereas Knights have batted in 2 of their previous matches at Creekside. So given that they are both used to these roles of bowling and batting first, that will make the match even more interesting because the teams know what to expect from the conditions of the pitch.
Exactly. One observation I have about the ground is that the wind is blowing straight down. Let's see if that matters. First ball, that kept low, and that will be a wide. I'm not sure. Yes, that's a wide. Ideally, if that was surely a bump on the track or something, because this is surely not PP if I see around. So,
yes, that's true. Based on the new rules, if the ball hits the bump, it should be a dead ball. Not umpire is keenly looking on if it hit the bump or not.
Yes, it has been given as a wide, but talking about the conditions out here, there is a considerable wind blowing right across us, which means anything straight down the ground will definitely get some purchase.
Yeah, the ball will definitely travel due to that too, with the excess pace of Aki and the swing of Jeetu, who goes full Monty every single time. There is high chance that the ball will travel over the boundary.
Okay, 2 fielders outside are pretty wide, long on and long off.
First legal ball of the match coming up.
Hope so, it's legal. Oh, he goes straight down the ground. It is racing, but straight to the fielder. That's good fielding effort from Balaji. Knights get their first run off the bat.
Aki going round the stakes to Jeetu. It was a good length ball around the off stump, and Jeetu made sure he used his full power, timed it perfectly, straight to the fielder though. Balaji at long off, just for a single.
It has been a really good tournament personally for Aki. He has been in the wickets throughout the season and did get some 3 man of the matches in the start of the season. So he would be looking to continue with that kind of a form. Vinay is the guy on strike. Vinay's wicket, as we talked about previously as well, will obviously be very crucial from Knight's perspective because he generally plays that anchor role.
Aki with the next ball of the innings.
No,
Good ball.
Down the leg side. They are appealing. The umpire has nodded his head.
Interestingly, the umpire has not even given it as a wide.
Yeah, I think it brushed his legs. And umpire nicely pointing that out. He didn't seem that much interested, honestly. It was Arvind who went ahead with the appeal.
It was more of an enthusiastic appeal than a real appeal for a catch.
But it does put a tad bit of pressure on the batsman, surely.
Sure. Coming to your discussion about Aki was in tremendous red form during the start of the tournament. His form has gone down in the last couple of matches. He hasn't picked up any wickets, gone for plenty of runs.
Oh, is it?
Against Rowdies as well as Hustlers. He didn't pick even one wicket. So it would be interesting to see how he makes a comeback with the form at Creekside.
The first couple of balls, he was accurate on his length at least. That's short ball, and Vinay trying to cut it, misses it altogether. Gets beaten, a dot ball.
Good ball around off stump. Vinay tried to hit the ball to the point boundary for a cut shot, but he missed it straight to the keeper. Next ball coming up, Aki to Vinay.
Oh, that's on the leg side again. Vinay trying to pull it, but gets it on his legs.
Vinay missing his favorite shot, flicking the ball and pulling the ball over deep fine leg. That's his favorite shot, given that the power play, if he had made any connection, it would have travelled to the boundary. Luckily for Aki, the ball hitting the legs. This is the second time he's hit the leg. Interestingly, he's not getting his line and length right. Generally, he doesn't bowl on the leg stump. Next ball coming up.
This time outside off, short again, but Vinay misses again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the bounce of the track, but do you think the track has been playing a tad bit differently of late?
Yeah, definitely today in the first 4 balls, the ball is behaving differently. It's not coming at a general height. Given the length of the ball, it should have been at a much higher height than the usual ball. Let's see what Aki can deliver.
Short one this time, and this time he gets it off the bat, but straight to Suku, who is just on the 30-yard circle. Does the fielding effort, it would only be a single.
Aki bowling most of his deliveries short and wide this over. Vinay, the batsman, unfortunately doesn't make contact with the ball correctly. Just a single of the last ball of the over. Score stays at 3 runs for no loss.
Yep, just a cautious start from Knights. But having said that, Jeet just faced 1 ball and he'll still be at the non-strikers end. Vinay trying a couple of shots on the leg side, but getting it on its legs.
There were a couple of balls that were hittable from Vinay's point of view, but he was unable to time it or middle the ball.
But who is the second bowler for
Sarva is the
Samuraiz?
second bowler. He's about to bowl from around the wickets to Vinay.
The long on has moved a lot straighter now, and they still have a long off fielder.
There's plenty of room on the leg side here, only long on, and not anything above the 30-meter circle would be at least a couple of runs. As we speak, Balaji, the long on fielder, is going to deep mid wicket. What target should make both the teams happy?
Lesser the better for Samuraiz, for sure. I think anything under 120 is what Samuraiz should be happy with or be content with. But we have seen the due factor coming in to the play in some of the games. It depends. I'm not sure if you're going to get due today or not. Knights would be hoping they would get some due. But Knights personally would like at least 140, 130, 140, because it's a pressure game, mind you. So as a batting unit, they would want 140, but anything above 125, I think it's going to be a competitive total.
Yeah, given the pressure of the quarterfinal, definitely, yeah, 120 would be a safe target, I would say. Anything beyond them, that's a bonus for Knight. Full toss, ball on leg stump, flicked away for the boundary by Vinay. The bowler not getting his line in the first ball of the over, which is quite expected. Vinay capitalizes on it and punishes it to the boundary.
Finally, Vinay, that would surely make Vinay happy. He was looking for that kind of delivery to just get himself off.
given the bowler is bowling around the wicket, that would be most of his balls would be into his arc for Vinay to play that kind of shot. He would need to surely bowl around the off stump. Anything on the leg side or middle and leg would be definitely flicked away for runs.
Yeah, and he is coming around the wicket. One thing that they are aware about is Vinay's habit of eyeing the leg side. Oh, Vinay tries to go downtown but misses. So they have protection on the leg side. If you see just one guy on the 30 yard, just for that kind of a shot, pretty fine. And one guy on square leg inside the 30-yard circle.
It was a good ball from Sarvanan after conceding a boundary. It was a good comeback. Batsman tried to loft it over the cover region and missing the ball.
Yeah.
It was very close to an outside edge though.
The short mid-on comes to the mid-on area, so there is a single opportunity there. And Vinay eyes that. They are going for a single. Jeet had a late start. The throw is at his end. Direct hit, but I think he made it.
Yeah, Jitu was watching the ball, which is least advised when you're at the non-striker end. You need to go by the call of the striker end. But luckily for Jitu, no damage done. Brings Jitu to the crease, who is a left-hander. Long on goes to deep mid-wicket for Jeet. And there is a deep extra cover on the offside. Do you think wind will have any impact on the bowling or the batting, Keshav?
Yeah, just that you'll get more purchase straight down the ground. Given that in the first innings the ball is going to be dry as well, and the dew is not going to play that role. So anything straight down the ground is surely going to travel. This one nice shot on the leg side and good fielding effort from Suku, but he still manages to let it go. Yep. So that's couple of runs, and very important the form of Jeet for Knights, because he can just get them those quick runs at the start of the innings. And they would be hoping they get it. Until now, the Samuraiz have been able to keep him quiet. Also, he hasn't faced a lot of deliveries, to be honest.
Yeah, he has the power also to clear the boundary and get quick start for Knights, which would be very ideal. Bowler is not getting his line and length right. This is the second full toss that he has bowled in the 3 balls that he has bowled. He'll surely trying to get his line and length. Looks like there is a fielding change.
Yep. Samuraiz is just aware of the fact that Jeet is eyeing a leg side boundary lot more than playing straight. So they now have 2 fielders down the leg side, one square leg, deep square leg, which is sort of finish, still in front of the wickets, and one deep mid wicket for Jeet. And the mid off is just on the 30-yard circle, as you can see on your screen, Ram. That's straight to us. That's a 6. That's over us. Exactly what I was talking about. Straight down the ground, you're going to get that momentum.
That's where the exact fielder came in from for Jeet and went into the offside in the 30-meter circle, and Jeet making sure with no fielder on the boundary, he just had to time the ball and it went over the boundary.
Yeah, wouldn't have mattered anyways, because that cleared the boundary by some margin.
If there is a fielder there, he would have at least had a second thought about it. Given there is no fielder there, he just went with the shot, and it's a huge boundary, huge 6 over the boundary rope. That's a great start for Knights in this over, given that just 3 runs were scored of the first over, a boundary and a 6 of this over, and a couple of runs.
Yep, moves their score to 16. Still one more ball to go in the over.
13 runs of the over already. That's a great start for Knights.
Knights does have a heavy batting lineup.
Yeah, they have batting till 9. So Samuraiz needs to take wickets if they have to have any chance.
This time a slower delivery, but that's what it looked like. But Vinay taking a single. Nicely guided by Jeet.
Full length ball onto the wickets, an outside edge from the batsman, goes rolling towards the fielder at short third man for a single. Brings to an end the over, which resulted in 14 precious runs for Knights. After 2 overs, Knights are 17 for no loss.
Yep, no loss is a crucial. It's a crucial bucket for Knights, because if you give players like Harshu, Vishwa, and Chandu the freedom in the second half of the innings to play their natural game. We see how we have seen in the past how they can just hit boundaries on will. So that's something that they would be eyeing on.
Yeah, once you give a platform to a established batsman and a batsman with power, they can definitely capitalize in the second half of the innings. That's what Knights have been doing with their power-packed middle order. Aki with the next over to Jeet going around the wickets. It would be a crucial over for Samuraiz given there have been 14 runs of the last over.
Yep, mid-off pretty straight. The idea would be bowl full. He doesn't. He goes out of there. There's fielder coming under it. This is a chance. Will they grab a chance? They drop the chance. And Aki is not happy. Such an important wicket.
If you see, this fielder was substituted just right before this ball, wherein Ram went out and the new fielder came in and he was trying to go back and catch it, but he was nowhere close to the ball. He didn't lay a finger on the ball.
Yeah, was a catchable chance, this one, and an important one too.
This can be proven too costly for Samuraiz. Let's see what Aki comes up with.
2 runs nevertheless for Knights. Second ball of the over. Full this time and nicely played through the covers. Thought of a single, but they decide against it.
Good sensible batting from Jeet there. Just managing to get bat on the ball. Not going for an overboard shot there, given that he just got a life. Third ball of the over coming up from Aki.
This time on the leg side shot, but straight to the fielder. Jeet trying to glance. That one has found the fielder accurately enough to basically walk off the field.
This was a nothing shot from Jeet. It was a short ball which would have been flicked or pulled away with all the power, but he just managed to just guide the ball straight into the fielder's lap.
Yes. I think the chance that went off of the first ball just made him a tad more cautious, and he was maybe looking to rotate the strike as well.
Yeah, that put his mind into two thoughts, whether to go for the shot or just try to defend and score singles.
So Aki, after inducing a chance of the first ball, gets Jeet of the third ball.
The fielder would be mighty relieved that the catch just affected for 2 runs.
Yep, a crucial wicket from Samurai's point of view. They needed this. Vishwa the next batsman in.
Another left-hander for Knights, who have 4 in their ranks.
And it's such a boon to have so many left-handers because you never allow the opposition bowling attack to settle down. But Aki has been really good.
Yeah, after the 14 runs of the second over, this has been a terrific comeback from Aki, wherein he induced a chance and he was unlucky that it was not grabbed, and now he gets a wicket of Jeet.
Yep, he has, from the last time I saw him, he has some classy stance, does Vishwa, and if he can stay longer, I think he can be such a good player.
Yeah, he is a class player, especially the shots on the offside will make you wonder if he's comparable to Sangakkara or Ganguly. Let's see what plans Aki has. Even though Jeet was a left-hander, his batting technique and his hitting area is completely different to Vishwa. Next ball coming up.
Oh, that's a wicket. 2 in 2 for Aki, and what an over this is turning out to be for them.
That's a ripper, I would say, from Aki. After a loose shot from the batsman of the last ball of the over, this time it was a fuller ball. I think it pitched and nipped away and hit the middle stump.
Yeah, not sure what it did off the track, but it was surely a ripper, as you correctly mentioned. He was trying to maybe flick it for a single. A bit of premeditation, I'm not sure, but it managed to miss his bat, but not the stumps behind him. That's wicket first ball, and suddenly the momentum has turned back in the favor of Samuraiz.
Sandeep, the next batsman coming to the crease, he's a right-hander. Samuraiz would be relieved that the left-hander has been dismissed, like a couple of them, which will make sure that the bowler and the fielders don't have to tinker much every single ball.
Yes, but talking about Aki, he has come good when it actually matters. As you were talking about, last 2 games were not really good for him. But against Knights in a quarter-final, he produces 2. crucial deliveries to get Samuraiz back.
That's a sign of a great bowler. You can't keep a great player down for too long. And Samuraiz, a strike bowler, comes back with two amazing deliveries and gets 2 wickets, and he's on a hat trick now against Knight skipper Sandeep. With 2 wickets down, Knight should be very cautious now, going that they can't lose too many wickets in the first 8 overs, and they need to limit the damage here and get as many runs as possible. Around 48 would be a decent start from there. Keshav?
Yes, Sandeep, their captain, is now into the crease. Ideally, both of them are more of rotators, right? So I think that is exactly what Knights need as of now. Let's see.
Hat-trick ball coming
Hat
up.
trick ball coming up. On the offside, a bit short, but played nicely by Sandeep.
Oh.
Straight to Suku. There might have been a confusion in running between the wickets, but nicely avoided. Sandeep is limping, not good signs. Let's see.
Sandeep slips, going back for this to his end after no call from Vinay. Looks like he's limping.
Yeah, I guess he has twisted his ankle, and that's not looking good at all. Yes, he has twisted his ankle.
That's a major concern for Knights, given that he is a crucial batter, and also he has to lead the team and bowl 3 crucial overs in the second innings.
Two wickets down are Knights. 1 over just changing the flow of the game. 3 overs, the score has moved on to 19. But the important thing is they have lost 2 wickets.
Yeah,
Looks like there's still 1 more ball to go in the over.
that was a crucial wicket of Jeet. And looks like Sandeep is able to move freely, which is a good sign, but still he continues to get a treatment on his leg. Do you think the bump had to do anything with it, or
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Bump can basically lead to an ankle twist. It might just be while turning back, because there was a miscommunication between both the batsmen. They were looking for a run while turning back. He might just have twisted his ankle. Happens to me a lot, honestly, and those are bad.
given the match situation, it won't help Knight because he can't go for quick singles, which is the kind of thing that Vinay would be marking on, wherein he goes for, being an accumulator, he would like to go for quick singles and doubles. There's a slight hold up of play here, giving time for Sandeep to recover from his ankle strain.
Yep, one more ball to go in the third over. The score is 19. The score was 17 after the second over, but Aki has had a brilliant over for Samuraiz.
He has bowled 1.5 overs and just given away 5 runs and took 2 wickets. After going wicketless in the last 2 matches and going for plenty of runs, this has been a sensational comeback from Aki.
We still are in the power play, so only 2 fielders outside.
Last ball of the over coming up.
A good length delivery, nicely blocked back by Sandeep. They are looking for a run. They are going for a run. Throw not the best, and they would take a single. The score moves on to 20 at the end of 3 overs.
As was the communication between the wicket, it was not up to the mark. There was slight hesitation, and the throw being over the top of the wicket and went to the mid-wicket fielder, that enabled them to cross over for a single.
Yes, will they continue with serve, or is Balaji going to get the delivery? I think Balaji is getting the ball, so there is a change of bowlers. The power play is done.
That is a sensible decision from Samuraiz, given that Sarva was not able to get his line and length and went for 14 runs of the over. Maybe with the new batsman in, they are trying to break this partnership and let Sarva settle in and get him thinking on the plans how to come back in his next over. Even though that's a power play done, there are only 3 fielders on the boundary. I see there are 4 fielders There are only 4 fielders on the boundary. Given that it's end of the power play, Samuraiz can even put one more fielder on the boundary.
And it makes sense. Both of these batsmen are new to the crease. Not Vinay, I know, but with 2 wickets down just now in the last over, I think they wouldn't chance their arms a lot. But having said that, they still have protection straight down the ground, and the deep covers position as well. The long on is pretty straight. The deep mid wicket is more cow cornerish.
Balaji to begin a spell, and Aki has been moved from square leg to deep square leg on the boundary. Balaji with the next ball.
Oh, that's short.
Chance of a run out here, another fumble there.
Yep, short of a length delivery, but nicely placed. Not too much width on that one. So Sandeep just placing it to the point fielder and running for a single. The fielders are standing on the edge of the circle, so that gives them an opportunity to sneak a single out there.
Yeah, given that the pressure is off on Knights to make the hits, it would be a sensible thing to allow Knights to take singles.
Yep, and they would not like to be in the same position like they were against Sudan in the last of the league games, where they lost 6 wickets similarly, one after the other. This time shot outside off and has been punished correctly. There's fielder running after it, and it will only be a couple. Yes, good running
fielding there from the deep fielder there, Manimaran. It was a slight fumble, but batsmen were anyway focused on getting a couple.
Yes, there was width provided. The shot was there for the offering, but they had protection on that occasion. The fielder coming a lot more finer now with that shot.
Balaji would try to get his line a bit fuller instead of short and wide ball, giving the ample width to the batsman to hit on the point fielder.
Oh, he tries a reverse sweep. Luckily for him, he had his legs in front of the stump. That ball was surely not on for reverse sweep, but he's eyeing that area behind the point fielder, in between the point and the slip.
Given that he already got 2 runs of the over, Vinay, that was a pretty ambitious stroke, given that there was no fielder on the short third man fielder there.
But he does possess a lot of confidence in that kind of a shot making, because he has been so regularly hitting those kind of a shot. And I guess what the last ball that Balaji bowled was a bit slower and outside off, maybe made him that ambitious. This one again outside off, trying to cut it, but this time not that much of a width on offer. Vinay misses, not for the first time.
The ball was definitely there to cut the ball, but Vinay not managing to get any bat on it. It would have resulted in a definite couple of runs here. The fielder is pretty fine, and the ball would have travelled with the pace that Balaji is bowling.
It has been a good over until now from Balaji. This time on the leg side, straight down the ground through mid-wicket region. It would only be a single. Oh, in fact, there were 3 fielders going for that ball. None of them went for it, actually.
Very sloppy fielding from Samuraiz there.
Off the track, that one. Yep.
2 fielders were running, and both of them leaving it to each other, and the ball making its way to the fence. And unfortunately for them, the ball stopped.
Yes, luckily there was not a lot of power on that one, which didn't result in a boundary. But
a bit of sloppy fielding from Samuraiz there.
2 runs nevertheless for Knights. Last ball of the over. Full this time, and he plays it down the leg side. Aki there, so it should only be a single.
He has a powerful arm, so Knights sensibly just taking a single, not risking the arm there.
The score moves on to 26 at the end of 4 over mark.
They got 6 runs from this over, which is a good comeback for Knights after losing 2 wickets in the previous over.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes in 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants.
Yep, so 4 overs done. The score is 26 for the loss of 2 wickets. Vinay and Sandeep making the consolidation after Aki had 2 wickets in 2 balls in the 3rd over. But having said that, we have a new bowler into the attack, Malik, who has been really successful in his last outing in the same ground against Rebels. Got 4 wickets for some 15 odd runs. Can be a skiddy customer, Malik, and tough to hit against. But Vinay has that habit of eyeing that leg side area, which he does so well and so often. So I'm assuming that is something he'll be eyeing, because there's no fielder at all on the leg side, by the way, not even inside the circle. So Vinay would have that in mind. Vinay has that in mind, and he plays it down the leg side. Wasn't able to play it that fine. So Aki was able to cover it only for a single.
Just for a single on the leg side, given the slow nature of Malik's bowling, he didn't have the enough power in his arm to hit it for a boundary. Aki there on the boundary, running in fast, preventing it from going for a double.
Yes, Sandeep again on strike. So against Vinay, I think Malik will have to be a tad more outside the off stump, given he can pick balls from outside off on the leg side. But let's see when he faces him next. Right now it's Sandeep facing a leg glance. No, it's short ball outside off, played nicely in the gap. Should be a couple. Oh, and Vinay is coming by. That's a beautiful throw, but not at the end, which needed.
Yeah, the throw had to go to Vinay's end. He was very slow. Sandeep, sensing that it was a danger end, he was very alert to it, and he was running pretty fast. That was a good shot from Sandeep to the deep extra cover there.
Yes, both batsmen taking a breather. Surely not easy to run between the wickets for long enough under the sun. We have had some hot weekend and followed by hotter weekdays.
A little bit of wind is helping them, otherwise it would have been too tough for them. A great comeback from Malik.
That was a good loopy delivery. I think he just slowed down the pace a little bit, had more revolutions on the ball on that occasion. Sandeep trying to glance it on the leg side, missing. 3 balls done, 3 runs scored in this over so far.
This would be the kind of ball that Malik would be targeting to bowl to Vinay, preventing him from going hits on the leg side. Next ball of the over coming up.
This time full and played straight down the ground. Luckily for him, not enough bat on that one. Just a single.
He just nudged the ball instead of hitting the ball with hard hands. Otherwise, it would have resulted in a wicket for Knights. That's sensible batting, given that they're already 2 down.
Yeah, good thing is they're getting singles of every ball, or almost every ball, I should say. But Malik coming around the wicket, and that is interesting, with no fielders on the leg side. So if I was Malik, I would be eyeing a fuller delivery. Anything short, Vinay is already eyeing leg side. Oh, in fact, he's eyeing the offside. It's high up in the air. Fielder coming under it. It's an easy catch. It's an easy catch. And Vinay just being too ambitious for his liking, I would think.
Yeah, given the slow nature of Malik's bowling, he didn't have the enough power in his hands, and it took a top edge and straight into the fielder at short point, short third man.
Yep, anything on the leg side would have made sense, because there was no one, literally no one on the leg side, even inside the 30 yard. But they had 2 fielders inside the 30 yard on the offside, a point and a slip, deep slip. So trying a reverse sweep, I'm not sure was the best option from all the options he had, but he managed taking that option and losing his wicket at a timely moment for Knights and also for Samuraiz. So Malik does the job in his 5th ball of the first over, takes a very important scalp of Vinay. Kishore is the new batsman in.
Given the nature of shots Vinay was trying, Malik definitely changed the angle and slowed his pace down. Even though if he tries those fancy shots, it would not carry to the boundary, and his plan has come to fruition here. And the informed bowler who took 4 wickets in the previous match is back with a bang in the first over.
Yeah, I think what Vinay was trying to outthink the bowler, given that there was nobody on the leg side again. He assumed that he's going to bowl him an outside off delivery, and it would be easier for him to clear the inside fielders. But Malik just bowled a simple straight delivery.
Kishore is the new batsman for Knights. Malik with the last ball of the over.
Full, played straight back to the bowler. So a good over coming to an end. 4 runs out of it. The score has moved on to 30 at the end of 5 overs. 3 more over to go before the break.
That was a crucial wicket for Samuraiz to get, given the nature of player Vinay is. He can bat long and anchor the innings. Brings Kishore, who is the kind of accumulator, but he has a long handle if he needs to use it. It would be interesting to see if Balaji continues his spell or they want to try in new bowlers here.
You have Balaji coming back into the attack. So the 4 bowlers have been used until now. It would be interesting to see if they use Sundar or not. I'm not sure if they've been using Sundar on Creek side. He's surely effective on the Phillips Park.
Yeah, they have Ashwin.
They have
as well.
Ashwin as well when it comes to spin options. So he would surely come into the attack.
Yeah, there is another bowling option of Chittu, who Ashwin and Chittu bowled very well against Rowdies in the second half of the innings, restricting the runs and the run flow there and slowing up the pace down completely.
Yep.
This would have been a good over for Sarva, given as 3 wickets are down. Knights won't go for aggressive shots to gain his confidence back.
Short ball nicely punched off the back foot to the deep cover fielder. However, only a single coming on that one. For a moment, I thought there was a second on of the throw as well. But Knights are not ready for that one.
Good field placings from Samuraiz here. Definitely there has been a communication on the strengths of Knights and also the strengths of the bowlers here. They have placed the fielder on deep cover from the second over itself, which is a very rare move here. Kishore to face the next ball from Balaji.
Short one has been blocked. Straight to Suku, who's standing in short cover area.
Kishore trying to get a hold of the pitch and how it is behaving, just trying to play defensively for the first couple of balls, which would not be a bad thing given the situation Knights are in.
Third ball of the over. Full this time, played in the air. The
Chance
fielder
of a
going
catch
after
here.
it decides not to go for it at the last moment. I wonder if he could have gone for it. Would have been a brilliant catch, I know, but he just stopped at the right time, maybe deciding to go against it.
Given the backup that Sundar was coming up from behind, he was almost there and he was trying for the catch, and suddenly at the last moment withdraws from the catch. That was a strange move. Given that there is a backup, he should have definitely gone for the catch.
Yep. Would
A
have been-
fielder like you would have never withdrawn at that last stage. Okay, sure.
I would have tried. But a tough chance nevertheless.
Next ball of the over. To Sandeep, chance of a single there.
Yeah, played nicely in the gap. That's a good thing with Sandeep. Even when he's in defensive mode, he will take singles out of even a good ball.
Yeah, he manages to place the ball perfectly most of the times. Even though he doesn't put much power into the shots, he times the ball and places a ball into the gap, which gives him easy couple of runs or singles most of the time.
2 more balls to go in the over. Short one asking to be punished, and he has tried punishing him. Not sure if they'll get a boundary, but surely a couple of runs.
Arvind around behind it and just stops it for a couple of runs here.
Not even couple, they have just taken a single. I think that could have been 2 for sure.
Definitely, given Arvind had to go from keeping to fetch the ball, that would have been easy too. There was a slight miscommunication there.
Last ball of the over coming up. The score is 34 and we are in the 6th over mark. So Knights just slightly cautious as of now with the fall of wickets that they have had.
Balaji will be feeling lucky to have gotten away. That ball deserved to be a boundary there.
Short one, but no width on that one, just a single.
It rushed the batsman for pace and he couldn't middle the ball, but nonetheless he gets a single to finish the over.
End of over number 6. The score is 35. 2 more overs to go before the break. Knights do have some explosive batsmen down the line. Do you still go with the same strategy of not taking too many chances, or do you start playing a bit more positive, given that Samuraiz have an explosive batting lineup? Even if one of them strikes good, and any score can look tiny against them. So they should be eyeing at least 130 Knights.
Yeah, they would be trying 130, but I would sense they would be trying to take singles and doubles of the next 2 overs. And once the break is done, they try to go aggressively from the ball one, with one more power play in the offering and couple of pinch hitters to come. Harshu, who is in great form, and Chandu, who has been timing the ball very well and clearing the boundary at ease. Definitely Knights would target 130, but they would be pretty cautious in the next 2 overs before the break. They would definitely do not want to lose one more wicket.
Yep, a new bowler, Chitu, coming into the attack. Bowls slower ones. Sandeep on strike. So it's surely not going to be easy to hit him unless he bowls a short one.
Yeah, because the batsmen have to generate all the pace, and that too, given the circumstance, Sandeep or Kishore won't be going for a full lofted shots there.
On the leg side, a full toss to start with in the gap. Will they come back for two? They can come back for two. Will they take that call? Kishore is coming back. And there's a fumble there. Not a clean pickup from Aki, which allows them to make that too easy. Exactly, that's the kind of running between the wickets I think Knights would like more. Put pressure on the fielder. In the last couple or even more occasions, they have been guilty of being happy with the single pretty soon in the shot. Pretty soon after hitting the shot.
Yeah, they're timing the gap and placing the ball into the gaps here. Given the batting with batsmen that they are not trying to go for aggressive shots, Samuraiz can even think of getting the fielder a couple of meters in instead of standing on the boundary. That would prevent from a couple of runs.
That was good batting. Against a slower one, against a slower bowler, just guide it in the gap and run for two. Full toss again and the same shot again. But this time not in the same area, it would only be a single.
Chitu is not able to get his length right here. He has bowled two full tosses to start a spell. It would be interesting to see how he manages to get hold of the line and length here. New batsman Kishore to face up.
Yeah, luckily for him, both of them have been lower ones. This time on the leg side, pitches it this time, probably some turn as well. Kishore eyeing that leg side area, but the ball rushing after pitching onto him, not allowing him to get underneath the ball. Ends up getting the ball on his legs and a dot ball.
Given that there was no fielder on the leg side, it would have been at least a couple of runs if he managed to get any bat on it. Kishore eyeing up the area on the leg side.
Fourth ball on the off stump, nicely placed down the ground for a single.
It was a good ball on the off stump. Given the short ball of the nature that he bowled the last ball, it was a great comeback from Chitu.
Yeah, one thing that he's getting from the track is the skiddiness. Even the last ball, though it was a tad shorter, it skidded after pitching, which is surely a good thing for spinners. Does not makes it easier for the batsmen to set themselves up. Fifth ball of the over, this time full and nicely placed on the offside through Suku. Yes, through Suku. Would only be a single though.
Suku tried to catch hold of the ball, but Ashwin doing the backup there, preventing him, batsman, from going for a double. Another full toss, low full toss from Chitu there. Just a single though. Last ball of the over coming up.
3 wickets down are Knights. The score has moved on to 40. Still 7 more balls to go before the 8 over break.
Next ball coming up.
Short one this time, but has been played straight down the ground for only a single.
Good fielding there from Sarva. The throw right back to the stumps to the bowler. A good over for Knights. 6
Yes.
runs of the over.
Just keeping that 6 run per over run rate are Knights.
Even though Knights are losing their wicket, they are managing to get 6 to 7 runs per over, keeping the run rate going. That would given the platform that they are in, that will give the power hitters the ample opportunity in the next 8 overs to go for the hits.
Exactly. I think after the break, they should definitely be eyeing a lot more boundaries than what they are eyeing right now. And Money coming into the attack. That's the 7th bowler that Knights are utilizing. In fact, not 7, that's the 5th bowler that Knights are utilizing. Sorry, Samuraiz are utilizing. Thanks for correcting me, Banu.
Interesting move there from Samuraiz, given that Ashwin is back and he has bowled well in the last couple of matches. Manimaran having not bowled here in the last two games, he coming into the attack, maybe trying to squeeze one over out of Samurai's bowler, given Sarva was not in rhythm.
Yep, this is the 8th over and this is the 6th bowler that Samuraiz are using. And they still have Ashwin in the bank. Yeah, I'm not sure if Ashwin is going to bowl. But what allows them to do so is also the fact that Knights are not looking for big shots. And they know that once their more explosive batsmen come like Harshu, Chandu, before that, I think they're going to get rid of their fifth bowler bowling options.
Yeah, that too given the 8th over of the innings. This is the perfect chance for Samuraiz.
But he goes for it, plus Kishore in the gap, and that might just go beyond the fence for a boundary. A valiant effort from Aki, who ran from deep square leg to almost
deep fine leg, but he couldn't prevent it from a boundary. That was a poor delivery, drifting onto the pad, the fuller length ball, and just Kishore, the batsman, just flicking it into the gap for a boundary.
It was a good shot than poor delivery, I think, because it wasn't a short delivery to start with, but I think he got enough time, did Kishore, to be able to flick it down the leg side for a boundary. A welcome boundary for Knights, exactly what they would have wanted. This time a short ball and has been glanced again. This time Aki has gone fine, but the ball has gone finer, and a 4 again. So 2 ball, 2 boundaries for Knights.
That's a great start for Knights of the 8th over before the power play, and it's not what Manimaran would have expected of his bowling in the first 2 balls.
Yeah, this time the ball was tad bit more shorter. Aki from deep square leg had moved a lot more finer, but Kishore on that occasion was able to place it even more finer. There is a fielder going back in that area,
trying to prevent it, the batsman from going for that shot. It would be interesting to see what line Manimaran tries to bowl here.
Yeah, this time he'll surely try to compensate for those 2 deliveries. Outside off, but still shorter. Has been played through point region, but it would only be a single because Kishore did not start 50 up, and exactly the type of impetus they needed at this time of the innings.
Yeah.
They're going just below 6 runs per over, but 9 runs already of the first 3 balls, and they are 50 up in the 8th over mark. 3 more balls to go in the over.
It would give them enough confidence going to the 8 over break with 7 wickets in hand. And they should bat sensibly for the next 3 balls, not making sure they don't give away any wicket here. They got 9 runs of the whole over already.
Nothing in the air. Full and has been in the air, but in the gap as well. Would only be a single.
Sensible batting there from Nani, just flicking the ball on the leg side into the gap for an easy single.
Two balls to go. The field still spread out. The score is 51. Full and Nani, this time Kishore goes for it in the gap, and Sundar has a brilliant footwork and stops it only for a couple. That was a definite boundary if the ball hadn't touched his feet.
That was great fielding effort from Sundar, running from deep mid wicket and keeping the leg on time and preventing it from going for a boundary. Definite 2 runs saved here for Samuraiz.
1 more ball to go in the over. Samuraiz would be contemplating if that was a good decision. A wicket would help them. This time blocking it to the short cover area for a dot ball. That's 8 over done. The score has moved on to 53 for 3 down. Knights looking a lot more settled from what they were looking an over back. But the game still nicely poised and evenly poised. Knights haven't run away with the run rate, and Samuraiz have been able to take timely wickets in their first 8 overs. So we have a good second half in place for this game. We will be just taking a 5-minute break as usual. Stay right here in the broadcast. We'll just pause the broadcast for a while and be back in 5 minutes.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes and 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Namaskar बहनों और भाइयों. Welcome back, guys. So 8 overs done, 53 for loss of 3 wickets. Knights just had a good 8th over where they were able to fetch 14 runs, I guess. Not 14, 12 runs. 12 runs. Yep. So I'm not sure how many of you are aware about the new rule or of using 2 deliveries in an innings just for the knockout games. Because of the dew factor, it was introduced. So Aki now is into the attack with the new ball.
First ball after the break, Aki to start this spell to Sandeep. Good bowling there, defensive stroke from Sandeep, just a dot ball. Interestingly, keeping the due in mind, they have changed the rule of second new ball after 8 overs. Since then, there has been no due in the previous 4 games, which is interesting to see if the due will make an appearance today.
Doesn't looks like it until now. Obviously, it's too early to assess that. But one over done in the over. Second ball full and Sandeep drives it nicely through the cover. Should be a couple, but they will be happy with a single. Sundar there doing good with his fielding effort.
He was very quick onto the ball, preventing the batsman from going for a double. Pretty normal field on the leg side, deep square leg, deep mid wicket and long on.
But as a batting team, if you have a new ball, do you eye to be a little more positive? This one short of a length delivery, but played straight back to the bowler from Kishore.
Yeah, with the new ball travels, the batsman would be trying to go aggressive, but given the bowler, Aki, they would be trying to not give away a wicket because given the form he was in, he took 2 wickets in an over.
And this is his third over, so he has just one more after this.
So they would be trying to see him off and capitalize on the other bowlers.
He goes for the shot this time, straight through the mid-wicket region for a single. Will they think of coming back for 2? Sandeep is coming back for 2. And a fumble there would not help them.
That was a definite, there was no 2 there. Batsman was pretty alert to it and pushed the fielder, and the fielder fumbled the ball, allowing them for a couple of runs. That is great running from the batsman there. As expected, Aki the bowler was upset with the fielding. Next ball of the over coming up.
Am I seeing a big shot? On the offside, nicely played in the gap. That would only be a single, but I think Sandeep is looking for a double. He's thought of coming back, but Kishore denies it. Score moves on to 58. Still one more ball to go in the over.
In Knight's previous game, Sandeep was out from a direct hit from deep point. It was a similar place where the ball went to the last ball. Last ball of the over coming up of Aki. Aki would definitely be trying to take a wicket.
Full, and he glances it beautifully on the leg side. It would only be a single. Sukhu there, the fielder, does a good job. It was in the air for a while, but it landed safe.
Fuller ball onto the leg stump. Sandeep flicking the ball into the gap on the leg side, not using his full power, which made sure the ball landed in between the fielder, and just a single run to end the over.
5 runs coming off that, or 6. The score has moved on to 59. I stand corrected. The score has moved on to 58. So 5 runs off that over. Arun has bowled his quota of 3 overs. He'll bowl one more, I guess. But Malik coming back into the attack.
That's a decent start for both teams, given that Knights haven't lost a wicket and Samuraiz haven't given more runs. Just 5 runs of the Aki is over.
But what approach do you take as Knights now, given that you have wickets in hand and you only have 7 overs to go, and you have players like Harshu, you have players like Chandu and Dhaval, who can be pretty explosive as well?
I think Knights would be trying to take their chances from now, given that their main strike bowler Aki has just 1 over remaining, so the other bowlers should be targeted here from Knights.
Full, he goes for a shot, beautiful shot, but is it in the gap? No, there's fielder coming after. He tries a valiant effort, but it goes in vain. The ball was out of his reach, and it's a couple of runs.
Great effort from Ashwin, but he was in a couple of minds for a fraction of a second there whether to stop the ball or go for the catch. That hesitation resulted in the fielder not getting to the ball, but it was a great effort nonetheless.
But one good thing that Samuraiz are doing from their bowling point of view is after Aki, they have given it to Malik. Like against Aki, you know that Knights would not take a lot of chances given the kind of bowler he is or kind of the day he's having. And Malik is a good spinner as well, so any chance taken against him might just result in a wicket. Just like that, that was again a half a chance through the cover area, which goes in vain. Sandeep wanted a couple, but sent back by Kishore on that one.
Rightfully so. Malik, the bowler, is trying to tempt the batsman, given that Aki just gave 5 runs and just 7 overs to go. The Knights batsmen are trying to play attacking shots, and Malik, the bowler, is trying to tempt them into big shots and hopefully get a wicket that way.
Because unless you are bowling a short ball as a spinner, it's not easy to clear him with a cover drive.
Especially given that he's bowling outside off, not on the leg side, giving the batsman free license to hit on the leg side.
And also he's bowling more of a good length compared to fuller length deliveries. This time a short one and has been blocked by Kishore.
Kishore wanted to flick the ball onto the leg side, but the extra bounce deceiving him to block the ball onto the wicket there.
Has been a good over so far, has induced 2 chances as Malik. Luckily for Knights, they haven't gone directly into the hands.
Given 3 balls of the over coming up, Kishore would be trying to hit an aggressive shot in the next 3 balls.
Yeah, Knights ideally would want a boundary one at least in this over. Straight down the ground, it would only be a single.
Straight down the ground to Sarva at long on, who is doing the fielding there. Just a single.
2 more balls to go.
Given the 2 batsmen at the crease for Knights, Kishore definitely the aggressive of them, wherein Sandeep would be trying to take as many singles as possible and rotate the strike and give it to Kishore for hitting. What do you think of the approach? Should both the batsmen go or leave it up to Kishore to go for now?
At least one of them, I think at least whoever they think is a better hitter of a cricket ball, I think should try go for it. They both have been really good until now, but Sandeep dances down the ground on the leg side. It would only be a single.
Flighted ball, the batsman trying to come to the pitch of the ball and getting deceived.
Yep, they have been really good. Sandeep is playing 19 of 19, Kishore is playing 19 of 17, so they have been really good in rotating strikes and taking the singles. All right. But I guess with just 6 overs to go after this, the time has come where they can chance their arms a little bit more.
Given that the partnership is of 33 runs, they have set the platform for the big hitters to come in and accelerate here.
And themselves to go after it as well. These guys are the sad batsmen and they can see the ball better than the new batsmen coming in. So I think they should have that faith in themselves as well to be able to go for it. I'm interested to see who's gonna bowl the next over. Crucial ball this one. A full toss on the leg side, should be a couple of runs. Straight to Balaji. Balaji fumbles and it would be 2. And yeah, it would remain 2. So that's good end to the over for Knights. The score has moved on to 65. And 10 overs have been done. Sandeep has retired himself, by the way. So the idea was to get Harshu in at the end of 10 over mark. So he retires himself. And the retirement rule is such that he can come into bat after a wicket has fallen. So that's not a bad ploy. I would think it will give himself some time to maybe take a breather if a wicket goes down in couple of overs mark, and then he can come back if need be, I think, because they are surely banking a lot on Harshu and Chandu for some big hits.
That's a great move from the captain himself, making sure that they want to try to capitalize on the form of Harshu with his hitting ability. That would be an interesting to see whether he goes from the ball one or tries to take his time. Looks like Ashwin is going to bowl his first over of the day.
7th bowler being introduced into the attack. But what do you, I know you've already said it's a good move, but I have a different theory to it, in the sense that if 2 batsmen are set and if they want to get runs more positively, I think those 2 batsmen are better equipped with the shot making abilities, given that they have been seeing the ball there. So instead of maybe retiring, I understand the inclusion of Harshu in a timely manner, but in that case they could have maybe gone a lot more positive in the last 2 overs, because we didn't see a lot of urgency in their shot making. There were a couple of shots in the air, all right, but it was not like they were going after every delivery. But surely they might have some plan worked out. Sandeep's wicket is crucial as well. I will be interested to see how Kishore plays after this point. And Harshu, with Harshu coming into the attack, wouldn't be easy for him to start hitting from ball one.
The
So he'll surely take his time.
The tactic from Knights would be trying to get as much game time as possible for Harshu so that he can accelerate towards the end of the innings. And Kishore at this stage would be the guy who would be trying to take the more risk here, and Harshu would be just focused on trying to get a scoreboard moving by taking the singles and the doubles.
No.
Looks like Kishore has hurt his ankle there, like Sandeep.
He's twisted it pretty bad and it's not looking good. He is down on the ground and there's support going for him beyond the fence, from beyond the fence.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes in 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Yeah, so we are back. Kishore just getting some attention on his ankle. And we are back with Harshu on strike. The first ball was basically a loosener, was given as no ball. Second ball, again a full toss, but plays nicely in the gap straight to the fielder on the covers. They're looking for a double, but I don't think so. They're going to actually go for it. With Harshu, for sure, there would be a lot of urgency running between the wickets from both the batsmen, which would be good to see.
Samuraiz would need to sense a chance of a run out coming here with the aggressive style of running between Harshu and Kishore, just with his ankle being injured a little bit.
Full and nicely hit on the leg side. It's in the gap, nicely in the gap, and Balaji not able to get hold of that one. And exactly what his role is from now on is to chance his arms and go for it. Ashwin bowling the first over, by the way, in this innings.
He has bowled 3 balls and 3 of them have been full tosses. Definite lack of preparation and preparedness from Ashwin there. He has not played the last game for Samuraiz.
And he has also been travelling today.
So he has given away 8 runs of 2 balls. That's a great start for Knights.
We have 2 fielders, one on cow corner and one on deep mid wicket, so both very close in. But I think Balaji could have done a little bit better. He just went ahead to stop the ball and the ball just evaded him.
Yeah, Balaji definitely had ample time to go for the ball and catch it, but he
pitches it this time and gets the wicket this time. Exactly what he needed to do. Kishore again was eyeing that leg side area. for some reason.
The intent was clear from Kishore. That was the instruction said to him, I believe, because he was trying to go after each and every ball, even though they got 8 runs of the 3 balls already. That was a great comeback from Murli. He's getting his line and length right, pitching it outside off stump, and the ball turning through the bat and the pad and hitting the wickets.
Yes, basically you miss, I hit kind of a delivery. Not a lot different apart from the fact that he managed to pitch it this time, but Kishore not able to get bat to ball on that one. So good innings from Kishore. Did pretty good in the consolidation part, but would have loved to maybe stay a little bit longer given that Sandeep just retired in the last over. So ideally they have lost 2 wickets with 2 new batsmen in the crease, and Vimal has come into the crease for Knights right now.
Kishore would be happy that he at least managed to hit a boundary and give some impetus to Knights here. Given that 2 new batsmen are come to the crease, the run rate flow would definitely go down for the next 1 to 2 overs. This boundary would keep them in good stead here.
Yep, really needed this one, Samuraiz, because the momentum and the flow was basically shifting towards Knights since last couple of overs.
Yeah,
And with
after
2
the
new
break,
batsmen in the crease, I think they have a good chance to maybe pull back things a little bit.
yeah, they got 20 runs of the 2.3 overs they have got, and with the wicket of Kishore here, Samuraiz would be pretty relieved that the partnership has been broken, given that Sandeep has retired just before this over, which brings in Vimal. Given that Harshu has just faced 2 balls, it would be interesting to see what tactics Samuraiz go with.
Vimal will ideally eye that leg side area, a bit little watchful in his first ball. But apart from a key no bowler from Samuraiz, have really looked really looked very good for Knights.
Yeah, Samuraiz bowlers have not been in good rhythm. Look like
Full driven through the covers area. It should only be a single. Oh,
Chance
that
of a
is
run
surely a run out. That is surely a run out. I'm not sure.
given not out there.
Yep, so I thought Vimal slipped outside his crease, but he was inside his crease when he slipped. They were contemplating for a second run. Harshu thought it for a couple of steps, but then decided against it, given that the throw from Sarva was really good. So that was a good call. Would have been disastrous if Harshu had lost his wicket.
Too many slips from the batsman on the pitch today. Not sure if the batsmen are eager or the pitch is behaving differently.
Full toss again, nicely played in the gap, a fumble, and that might just be a couple. Vimal is coming back. A throw is at the keeper's end.
That was a great throw from the fielder there.
Nicely kept by Arvind. I didn't see him trying his gloves to take that ball. He just stopped it with his feet.
That's an interesting move, given that there is no fielder backing up. It would have resulted in a couple of extra runs there. Looks like there is one shot there, one short run.
Oh, that's never a good sign. That's never a good sign. Short runs.
Definite intent of running between the wickets between Harshu and Vimal, who are very fast
It
runners.
was a short run, just a confirmation. Only one run of the last ball. So score stays on 75 at the end of 11 overs. 5 overs more to go. 30 balls. Can Knights get to 50 more runs? If they do, they'll make it to 125. But I think they would be eyeing a little more than 50. Maybe anything above 130 would be competitive. But having said that, Samuraiz wouldn't mind anything below than 50. They'll be happy if they can keep them around 120 mark or even below 120 mark. A lot would depend on Harshu's innings. Mind you, there's still Chandu and Dhaval to come in after this. So they do have batting.
Samuraiz would definitely try to keep them under 115, but given there are 30 balls, if Harshu and Chandu manages to play 20 of the remaining 30 balls, definitely Knights would be eyeing over 125 given the form they were in. Malik to start his third over.
Vimal facing. Vimal goes for it in the gap. It would only be a single. Good field. Harshu is coming back for 2 and that's what he brings into the attack. Not a very good throw from Sundar because he was throwing while basically moving.
Yeah, he was off balance while throwing the ball, but he made good ground to stop the ball in the first place. Otherwise, the ball bounced over his head and he jumped in the air to collect it and threw the ball.
Yep, fielders moving a little bit on the leg side. The straight fielder Aki has just come towards a wide-ish long on. Second ball of the over, and Vimal is going to go for it. He tries to go for it on the leg side, just gets back to ball, and that's a fumble. Will they come back for two? Harshu decides against it. That's a good call.
If he had managed to gather the ball, the fielder at mid-wicket, that was a definite run out at Vimal's end there. Vimal was nowhere near the crease, return crease, and looks like fielder has done some damage to his leg. Looks like a cramp there.
Yep, not a good sign for Samuraiz. He does look in a lot of trouble, does Chitu. Chitu and trouble with his knees, I guess. Hope he has not dislocated or something.
There are too many injury concerns with both the teams there. Too many slips and hurting the knees there. Maybe too many games is affecting their fitness here. There are definite chances of runouts here being created by Samuraiz, but they are not able to capitalize given that both are fast runners. There is slight hesitation in the running between the wickets.
Also gives Knights the break that they might have wanted, given that they have been running really good between the wickets. Harshu on strike would be crucial. From the look of it, he is looking to sneak out singles and doubles until now. And the idea of hitting goes towards Vimal.
Malik with the third ball of the over.
Harshu leaves it, lets it go because it was a wide. Was trying to set himself up for a shot on the leg side from what it looked like.
Even Vimal was trying to make room on the offside and go and hit on the leg side.
And I think that's what forced Malik to bowl it a little more on offside, eventually causing it for a wide.
Change of angle from Malik here, going around the wicket, seeing the intent of Harshu.
Last time he did that, he ended up getting wicket. Vinay was the culprit on that occasion. This time, beautifully hit by Harshu. That's a boundary. It's a good pickup shot on the leg side. The ball skidded and Harshu just went ahead with that flick. No fielder on that occasion. And even if there was, that ball was travelling really quickly.
Yeah, he middled the ball to perfection there, Harshu. There are too many boundary opportunities given on the fine leg region from Samuraiz. Not sure if that's the plan or Knights are making them miss their mark here, the Samuraiz bowlers. Malik in deep conversation with Manimaran on the field setting and what should be his plan here.
Yeah, no changes in the field as such. Malik would continue around the wicket. Chitu coming a little bit more straighter. And Suku there on deep square leg.
Next ball of the over coming up to Harshu again.
He tries that area again. That should surely be a double. It's surely not going for boundary. Suku there making the ground. Can't stop a couple though. That's good batting from Harshu, being aware, playing with the field basically, knows what areas are empty, covering his stumps and just placing the ball in those areas.
Yeah, that's very good batting here. He's playing around with the field. Given that there is no fielder on the leg side, he's moving outside the crease way before the ball is delivered and flicking the ball into the gap on the leg side. Still the same field still. That's an interesting move here from Malik, but he is going over the wicket.
Over the wicket, I think, and he's going to bowl a little more fuller on this occasion. And ask him hit straight. He does bowl full, but that's a beautiful cover drive. Is it in the gap? It is. Was in the gap, but a valiant effort from a fielder was able to stop it for a couple of runs. A good throw to end it up as well.
Good batting from Harshu there. Fuller ball. He drives it over the cover region for a couple. Great fielding from Balaji there, stopping a couple of runs.
So getting a move on does Knights in this over. The score has moved on to 86 without us being realizing. 87. Still one more ball to go in the over. What Harshu has on offer. Beautiful cut down the slip area only for a single. So that's good batting. The score moves on to 88 at the end of 12 over mark.
That's a great over for Knights. They got 10 runs of the over without taking any risk at all, putting pressure on the bowler. And
Yep, in
placing
fact
the
they
gap.
got 13 runs off that over. 13 runs off that over, and without a lot of risks, honestly. There was some good shot making from Harshu. That boundary was really a classic display of skill.
My bad there. 13 runs is looks a very good over for Knights, given that they have lost a wicket of the previous over. Putting pressure on Samuraiz to make a comeback here. Given that there are 4 overs with the momentum they have, Knights would be definitely looking for 40 more runs, which would drive them close to 130, given one more power play over remaining.
That makes sense. Ashwin will continue the attack for Knights. Didn't have a very good over last one, but did manage to get an important wicket of Kishore. Was trying to take him on. So that would have given him some confidence. Looked a little rusty in the start of that over, but was able to come back really nice at the end of it. Harshu now looks settled, so I think time now is apt for him to go after the bowling. The good thing about Harshu's batting, he's very calculative in his shot making. He doesn't goes blindly after each ball. He times the ball in the gaps wherever there are gaps, but if there is a loose ball, he makes sure he ends up punishing him.
The strategy from Knights should be Vimal to go for the big hits and Harshu to rotate, and if it's a bad ball is given, he should punish it. Given that Chandu is the next batsman in, they would ideally like Harshu and Chandu to go ballistic in the last few overs.
Let's see whom do they have Samuraiz in their bowling attack. Aki has bowled 3 out. 7 did not have a good first over. We'll come back to that this time. Again trying that area but missing it, not by a lot on the leg side. Trying that leg side does Harshu.
Given wide by the umpire. Definitely Harshu is trying to capitalize on that region with no fielder on the leg side. Putting pressure on Ashwin there.
Samuraiz letting him do that. That's a commendable thing as well. I mean, they are bowling full. So ideally Harshu is playing against the merit of the ball if he's eyeing that area on every ball. But Samuraiz is not bringing a fielder there as well, letting him hit in that area.
They're trying to tempt him, and hopefully they're trying to see if they can generate a wicket that way. But given the kind of form Harshu is in, he'll most likely connect the ball and place the ball in the gaps on the leg side.
Let's see if he's able to do so. Let's see if he continues trying that, because he has missed out on a couple of occasions. One was basically a wide, so not a lot of dot balls, but does he continue eyeing that shot?
Definite pressure on Ashwin here, who is trying to bowl a second over.
Bowling over the wicket, bowling a tad fuller. This time full toss, and he doesn't need to try. It's the ball to be hidden down the leg side. Might just run away to the fence. Has it. Suku has fielded the ball. It has been given no ball. Mind you, this is the second no ball from Ashwin for the height. Do they allow him to continue?
Given that they have got 3 runs and a no ball, 4 runs of this ball without being a legal ball, putting even more pressure on Ashwin there. Given that it's a spinner, he would have a little more leeway. Even though it's a second beamer, he would the umpires would let him bowl. It would have been a different scenario had it been done by a fast bowler there.
Ashwin culprit of bowling some looseness in his spell today. Vimal on strike. Vimal also loves the leg side area. He tries to go for it but misses.
That was a good ball from Ashwin there. Fuller ball on outside the off stump. Vimal making room on the offside and trying to hit on the leg side. Misses the ball. Next ball coming up. Defensive shot to the fielder. Chance of a run out there. Harshu is very alert and completes the single very easily. That's good running from the batsman. Good comeback from Ashwin. Puts Harshu back on strike. Who is looking ominous today. It would be interesting to see the choice of delivery that Ashwin tries to bowl here, given there is no fielder on the leg side. The fielder has moved to deep fine leg. Sukumar there, given the fondness of the batsman to go outside off and hit it on the leg side. Next ball of the over coming up.
That's off the legs. Would be a dot ball. We are in the 13th over. Score is 93. Still 4 more balls to go. 3 more balls to go.
Already 8 runs of the over with the new ball. Harshu on strike. Definitely he will be targeting to put more pressure on Ashwin and go for a boundary here. With 6 wickets in hand for Knights, only 3 overs after this, they can go and be aggressive here.
And they are looking for cheeky singles out here, aware that the fielders are standing a bit farther away.
Sensible batting there, given it's a good ball from the bowler. They just tapped the ball into the offside and ran the single instead of going for a dot ball. 2 balls of the over remaining. Vimal on strike. Going over the wicket to Vimal. Short ball, chance for Aravind there, and he takes it. Vimal is the batsman dismissed. Good comeback from Ashwin there. Short ball, batsman trying to hit on the leg side, not getting enough time, and top edging to the keeper. Samuraiz would be happy with the wicket, but it brings Chandu, the informed batsman for Knights, at the perfect time for them. Vimal has done his duty. 3 more overs remaining in the innings. The score is 94. Knights have 5 wickets remaining.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes in 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Welcome back after 13 overs. Knights at 93 for the loss of 5 wickets.
You go ahead.
Aki has come in to bowl his 4th over, bowling to Harshu here. Two fielders on the boundary on the offside. Deep extra cover and mid off. And deep square leg, deep mid wicket and long on.
We have 3 more overs to go, and now we are in the business end of this innings. 95 is the score. 3 overs, 18 balls, 35 more runs. I think Knight would be looking for that. Aki has only 1 over remaining, by the way, and he's bowling this one. And I think Knights would do this a lot more. Chandu is coming back for 2. The throw is at his end, but he has made it.
That is great running from the batsman there, going for a double, putting pressure on the fielders. This would be a match deciding over, I would feel, given that the two important batsmen of Knights are playing and Aki has been brought in to definitely take their wicket to limit the damage.
Yeah, ideally I thought Aki would be bowling the power play over there. Still a batting power play to go on. So if Aki is bowling out right now, who's gonna that power play bowling over? Because none of them have looked very good. But that's a good shot again down the mid-on area for a single.
Samuraiz looks like they have taken a gamble in trying Aki for the 4th over before the power play and trying to get a wicket here. I would think Balaji
will be the bowler who will be going for a power play because he has 1 remaining. Still leaves them with 1. They have tried a lot of bowling options, so they do have a lot of options.
I would say Sarva would be bowling the last over, given that Chittu, Ashwin and Manimaran have been spinners. It would be a dangerous move to give spinners the last over. Aki with the next ball of the over to Chandu facing his first ball.
And Chandu places it nicely in the gap. There's his shot. Oh, there's Manimaran, which I didn't see, so it would only be a single.
Good adjustment from the batsman there. He was trying to hit the ball on the leg side deep. Looking at the ball, he just changed his mind and took a single.
99 are Knights. Looking good for 120. But will they be happy with 120?
From this situation, given there are 10 balls and with 16 balls left, 15 balls left, I would say, they would be looking for 130 here Knights.
That's a good shot straight to the fielder who takes, and in fact, who drops the catch. Mani the culprit on that occasion. It was straight into his hands. It didn't have to move an inch, just over his head. For a moment, I thought he just had it inside his hands, but it popped out.
Given the gamble taken by Samuraiz, it would have been a crucial strike given the informed batsman Harshu. That was a simple catch for Manimaran. He had the ball in his hands and just it slipped out.
How crucial is it going to be this moment in the game? Let's see, the time will tell, but that was a costly drop. Oh, he goes for a shot. That's a 6. That's a huge hit. That's a huge hit beyond the fence. What a strike that one. Through the mid-on area, picked the length up, and Aki, who almost induced a wicket on the last ball, has gone beyond the fence. That's the nature of this game.
Already proving costly. You would have seen many times catch miss, drop by a boundary or a 6. This was a huge hit from Purna. It should have been a wicket of the last ball, putting new batsman on strike. Instead, Purna was taking the strike. It was a full ball in the slot for Purna. With a full swing, deposits over the deep mid-wicket boundary for a huge 6. And the score takes them to 106 with 13 balls left. Definitely 130 on the cards for Knights here. Given that Aki is bowling his 4th over.
Yep, this will surely give them a lot of confidence. Aki with his last ball coming. If I was Knights, I would tell Chandu just to maybe play this delivery out because the next 2 overs might just be run-inducing overs. Let's see what Chandu has in store. He goes for it again. He almost misses the stumps. In fact, he's bowled. Or is he? Oh, Aki thought that was a wicket. He was almost celebrating. I think they are appealing for an edge out here, but the umpire is unmoved. He has not given it.
Looks like they are appealing for a bowl there. The stumps, the bails haven't come off. Looks like there is a definite appeal. And there is a consultation between the umpires.
The umpire has given it not out. I'm not sure what the discussion they're going to make. But having said that, what a brilliant comeback ball. Slower one from Aki, just deceiving the batsman enough. Not sure how it missed the stumps. The bails are not off, so surely they are not appealing about bowled. There might be a nick that they would be appealing about.
Given not out there. But a great comeback from Aki after going for a 6. He would count himself very unlucky there. A chance dropped of Harshu and almost a wicket of Chandu would have given Samuraiz the much needed momentum into their innings. Knights have the full license to go for the full Monty in the last 2 overs, given that Harshu, who is on strike, who is in form, and Chandu, given the form is in.
I think Samuraiz are waiting. Samuraiz are waiting on the fact that if Knights are taking a power play over, they are in a meeting deciding who's going to bowl. So one for sure is going to be Balaji, but who is the other bowler?
Looks like the power play has been taken by Knights. Looks like Balaji is about to bowl the power play over, which was a sensible move, and as we discussed, given the lack of bowling options and the bowlers in form for Samuraiz.
They do have a lot of options, by the way. It's just that not a lot of them have had a good day. Chitu basically had a good first over, but I guess he twisted his knee after that, because of which he is not bowling. But apart from that, Manimaran has bowled one who has gone for 12. Malik is done with his over. Sarvanan has bowled one, he has gone for 14. He ideally would have been their option, but they haven't tried with him because he went for runs in the second over that he bowled. Ashwin 2 overs has gone for 17. Has taken 2 wickets all right, but hasn't been able to execute his all of his deliveries pretty well. So surely Balaji is going to bowl this one, but the interesting one is who's going to bowl the last over. I think it should be Sarva, given that he's the only pace bowler they have.
Yeah, absolutely agreed with that, Keshav. Given the other bowlers are slow bowlers, Sarva, even though he has conceded 14 runs of this first over, he has no other choice but to bowl it.
Yeah, I think Harshu now has the license, so he'll be going for it in this over, given that it's a power play as well. 2 fielders outside are deep cover and a cow corner.
Balaji with the first ball of the over.
Harshu goes straight to deep cover. Will he take it though? He takes it this time. Ashwin not doing the same mistake what Manimaran did in the last over, and hasn't costed them a lot, I would think. That was a good judged catch.
Not easy to judge high catches under the lights here. Given the importance of the wicket, Harshu, it was a great catch from Ashwin. Brings an end to a good innings from Harshu, but not the time he would have tried.
Like to go. Yep, he scored 21 of 15 balls that he faced. Was looking set really nice for the last 2 overs, but not to be for him today. Sandeep, who got retired for 19 of 19, has brought himself back into the mix.
That's a good move, I would say, given that he has got enough rest in his body to get the juices flowing. He would have his mind set on hitting a couple of boundaries here and going from ball 1. Earlier he was set on consolidating the partnership. Now he has all the license in the world to go full out attack here. Field stays the same.
Does he take a single and gives it to Chandu, who just hit a brilliant shot through the mid wicket, or does he chances his arms himself?
Given if it's a ball in his arc, definitely he should chance his arm. Given there is only 11 balls, there is no point of defending or taking singles here. But yeah, giving the strike to Chandu would not be also a bad move, given that he was striking it well and it's a power play, he can use it. Next ball of the over coming up.
That's a full ball. He goes for the drive, but it's straight to the fielder. It will only be a single. That's good fielding effort from Sarva out there.
Good sensible decision from Sarva not to throw the ball as well, which would have resulted in a overthrow. Brings in Purna on strike, Chandu on strike here. The field remains the same. Deep extra cover and deep mid wicket here.
Focus on Chandu's stride.
He's set to hit on the leg side.
Yeah, with a low stance. He chances his arms and it's high up in the air. Aki has a really tough catch to take on. Will he able to grab onto that one? He takes a brilliant catch. That's hell of a catch out there. That was in the air for 5 minutes, if I'm not exaggerating.
It went high up in the air. It went a million miles, and Aki takes a comfortable catch and throws the ball into the boundary.
Surely not comfortable, but a very good catch, that one.
Yeah, he was very animated after taking the catch. That signifies the importance and also the difficulty of the catch there. And he threw the ball into the boundary and looks like a last ball here.
Yeah. But what a timely wicket. This over is turning out to be boon for Samuraiz. The power play, both the batsmen basically losing their wickets, trying to eye the big boundaries.
What a crucial over. 3 balls, 2 set batsmen out in the power play, just giving away 1 run.
And that's the reason why power plays can be deceiving or can be really tactical when it comes to the execution of it. Suddenly, you just lose the momentum into the innings. Knights before this one were looking so much good.
It was
in the
nice.
innings.
It was nice Knight's decision to take the power play and capitalize it and make sure of getting as many runs as possible there, given that Aki has completed his spell. But Samuraiz got two very good catches there, putting the pressure on Knights going to the last 9 balls of the innings. There's a slight delay here, given that Aki has thrown the ball outside the boundary and it's into the bushes here, causing the delay. We'll be back after a couple of minutes.
Best Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes and 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Welcome back, folks. We could not retrieve the ball. Aki is going to find it tomorrow morning in the bushes, but we have got a spare ball which we have it into the attack. Dhaval on strike. Dhaval goes for it again. Aki, is it the chance for him again? No, it's the other guy. And Aki on the back. It's dropped. Not everyone is Aki. That one not an easy chance, I know, but could have been taken. What a result it would have been for Samuraiz. The over basically, which we thought might just have come at the right time for Knights, actually is paying dividends for Samuraiz.
Yeah, given that Aki was behind the fielder there was a chance of a rebound catch being taken, but Aki was behind him instead of being on the side. That would have been a sensational catch from Aki there. Next ball of the over coming up.
Fifth ball, he goes for it this time down the ground. Nice fielding effort from the bowler Balaji over there. A dot ball to end the proceedings with 2 crucial wicket in the over. Still one more ball to go.
As of now, it's been a great over for them. Just 3 runs of it. And a chance of a 3rd wicket as well. Last ball, Dhaval would try to go again.
7 down are Knights. Slower one to end it with. Nicely timed in the gap. That should be a couple if the fielding. But the fielding was good.
But still they tried to get a double and get it easily. The fielder was on the floor while trying to throw the ball. He didn't have the power in his legs to get a good throw in.
Good fielding but good running between the wickets as well from both the batsmen, being aware of the fact that the fielder was on the ground and he wasn't in the right balance to throw with a good pace, resulting in couple of runs. So the score moves on to 111, but importantly 2 wickets down for Samuraiz. 7 down are Knights now. Last over remaining, such a crucial over. Can they keep it below 10? If they keep it below 10, mind you, Knights would only be just 120.
Yeah,
and I think if I was Samuraiz, I would have taken 120.
Yeah, given the position they were in before this over, the power play and 2 powerful batters set in, they would have definitely taken anything under 120, and the power play over, just giving away 5 runs and picking up 2 crucial wickets.
Such a crucial, such a nice climate out here with the wind blowing and the sun out. of the ground and a visual of Moonlight on our right side. Plenty of spectators already accumulating here. We are surely in for a tight encounter.
Perfect weather to see the match from, and for the players also. Nice breeze flowing through. Chittu with the last over, interestingly, maybe a possibility of a left-hander at the crease might have tempted the Samuraiz team to go for a slow bowler instead of a pace bowler here.
Yeah, that's an unorthodox call, but I have seen Samuraiz doing it so many times, where they give the important overs to a spinner and they end up taking wickets. The field setup would be pretty interesting to see.
It would be interesting to see if Chittu can keep it to under 8 runs in this over, or can Knights get over 15 runs
Sandeep on strike.
and make the Samuraiz pay for their decision.
Yes, Sandeep on strike. So right-hander, 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Deep cover, a long on. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and deep point as well.
Given the role Sandeep plays for Knights, generally bats in the top order, he will never, he'll not be in this situation most of the times where in the last over he has the full license to go for it. It will be interesting to see if he can middle a couple of them into the fence. Chittu to bowl the first ball of the last over to Sandeep.
Dances down the ground, tries to hit but misses. Does Sandeep. A dot ball to start with. What a comeback this has been from Knights in the last 7 deliveries. Sorry, Samuraiz.
It was a stumping chance for Arvind, but Arvind doesn't take a chance of throwing the ball and giving away extra run. Given the importance of Sandeep wicket, he would have definitely should have gambled on it.
5 balls to go. Short one, not able to time it, Sandeep. It would only be a single. A lefty on strike now.
Good start to the over from Chittu. Definitely Samuraiz have missed a point here. Chittu should have bowled his third over instead of giving to one of the bowlers there. He is bowling quite well, and given the last over, he is maintaining his composure. Let's see if he can keep it to under 8 this over. Dhaval to face the ball.
Full, he tries to go for the drive, he misses. Arvind misses, it might just be a couple of runs. Unless, yeah, it should be a couple of runs. That was a fast one from Chittu. I guess it just took an under edge from Dhaval's bat and it went for a couple.
Given that there was no fielder on the offside near the short third man, it was a easy 2. There is a slight change of field wherein the short third man fielder has moved in a little bit finer.
Yeah, 3 balls and just 3 runs. It has been Chittu's over until now. Will it stay? Surely for this ball, just run coming off it. 1-1-5.
Definitely Samuraiz would have taken the last 10 balls, definitely. Just 9 runs of the last 10 balls with 2 crucial wickets there. No big hits of the last 2 overs, which is a crucial blow for Knights' chances of making it beyond 125.
They need 1 boundary of these 2 balls remaining. Slight adjustments in the field. The long on coming a little more wider. And the cover fielder basically moving to long off. Sandeep gets it off his legs, I thought, but I think they are running for it. I'm not sure if it is a wide. So 2 runs nevertheless. It has been given as a wide, so it was of nothing. Welcome 3 runs for Knights. An important 3 runs for Knights. Every run from here on is important for them.
Given that Chittu was bowling well, this 3 runs and a wide would be a definite bonus for Knights here.
Both the batsmen down on the ground, taking a breather, being ready for the next ball. Still 2 more balls to go. Chittu just pacing his arm. The last 2 balls have been quicker ones. Not giving time to the batsman to come under it.
He's trying to go fuller and trying to cramp the batsman up. Given that batsmen are trying to slog, any slot ball into the arc would definitely go for a boundary.
Sandeep ready to face the 5th ball. Sandeep goes for the shot. It's through the offside. It would only be a single. Suku does the fielding. That's really good containment.
Yeah, that's a good comeback from Chittu, and Sukumar sensibly, not going for the overthrow. They're letting the batsman take a single and be content with it.
119 for 7. One more ball to go.
The batsmen at the both ends should be ready to take as many runs as possible. Keep running, irrespective of if the ball goes up in the air or no.
Sandeep would be ready for a start. Sandeep would be ready for a start. Last ball. Edges straight to the fielder on the short third man. It would only be a single.
They should chance for a double there.
A double there would be suicidal anyways. So 120 is what Knights have achieved after their first 16 overs. And 121 is what Samuraiz would be chasing. And I think Samuraiz goes in with a bit of a momentum from the last 2 overs. They were 106 at the end of 14 over mark, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's a great comeback from Samuraiz in the last 2 overs. And Keshav, as you rightly predicted, the score is 120, which would make Samuraiz a bit happy based on the position they were after the 14 over mark. But Knights also, given that it's a quarter final, 120 is a decent total to be competitive
Yes.
and try to win the game.
For sure, it's a competitive board total, and we have seen Avengers even in the last quarter final. They were defending 111 and they got it to the last ball finish. So for sure, dew would surely be a factor, but we don't see any moisture as of now on the pitch. Let's see if that comes in as a factor. But 120 would be a good. We do have a good game on our hands, and it would be interesting to see how Samuraiz approaches it, because they always have something different out of the pocket.
The power play would be a crucial one. We'll see you in a bit.